Well, the 19th annual Throggs Neck Throggs Neck St. Patrick's Day Parade is one of the borough's most anticipated March celebrations. Now, it allows Bronxites to come, take part in the festivities, as well as experience the Irish culture and the unity in the Bronx community. And here now to talk a little bit more about the upcoming parade, we welcome now, no stranger here to BronxNet, the Grand Marshal, Derek Woods, and also the very first Grand Marshal, who is a Throggs Neck resident, Jim McQuade, and he's also from Schuyler Hill Funeral Home. And thank you so much for coming and sharing with us.
My pleasure.
Good to have you.
Hey, Daren.
First of all, congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's an amazing, amazing honor.
What does it feel like for you just to be the Grand Marshal?
Well, you know, Daren, the Throggs Neck Parade has always been near and dear to my heart.
Right.
As you very well know, back in our younger days, the days of Out and About, it was always important to show the parades in the Bronx. When we were doing hard news all the time, many of the parades used to get short shrift. They weren't really covered. And especially even today, still, media doesn't often cover it. But parades are such a vital sign of how strong a community is. And let me tell you, besides being Irish with this face, I don't have to wear too many green hats. Both my parents are Irish immigrants. I am just so proud and honored to be leading this parade and just to be asked. I know my parents are both looking down from heaven, and they're very happy.
Well, talk to me about this, Jim. Obviously, it is a staple of Throggs Neck to have this parade. What has it meant for the community down through the years having this parade annually?
It's amazing. We have a nice community, but we cover the whole Bronx. These are people, the Throggs Neck Benevolent Association, they're dedicated to people helping people. This is an example. This is our 19th up-to-date of our journal. The size is tremendous. The whole idea of the parade is for the Irish and everybody in the community to celebrate St. Patrick. We have chosen a fantastic Grand Marshal this year who has helped us from the beginning. He's walked me through, he's edited things for me, he's done a lot. He was there for us all the time, and we appreciate it. And as far as appreciation, this is the best thing, I think, to name Derek as our Grand Marshal for this year.
Obviously,
right?
yes. And we're excited for him. And when I first heard it, I was like, wow, my boy.
Well, that's, you know, the thing is, you do a job and you want to do it well. And the Irish have always had such a magnificent history here in New York City, especially the Bronx, but never had a parade. The Irish revival of the 60s saw parades coming to Staten Island, Queens, besides the granddaddy of them all, the St. Patty's Day Parade down in the city. But the Throggs Neck Benevolent Association in 1998, they took the reins, and not an easy task. It started out with just a few bands, and now you look at it, a sea of green down East Tremont every year. And I was proud to show that to the people of the Bronx. It was important to get out there every day to show it, because these are all the things that people in the Bronx, even from a kid who grows up from Bainbridge Avenue, you don't get to other sides of the Bronx sometimes. Right. So it's always important. And one of the great things that BronxNet always has done is showing other parts of the Bronx, the special parts of our borough and where they live, and that pride. And that's what this is, a pride of not only Irish American spirit, but of the Throggs Neck community, which are amazing.
I want to let you know, so what day is it? Sunday, March the 12th. Please come out Sunday, March the 12th, out to Throggs Neck, and you'll be able to catch the St. Patrick's Day Parade with Derek and Jim there as well. But when we talk about the Irish tradition, what are some of the things that we just don't know that we take for granted? I mean, I think there's a lot.
Our day starts at 9 o'clock Mass at St. Benedict's. And afterwards, as being Irish, we know we have to eat before we party. So we have the breakfast. From the breakfast, we go down, line up on Lafayette Avenue in East Tremont. We assemble, and I mean assemble. We have 20 bands committed right now.
Wow.
We have between 45 and 50 groups that will be marching. And this is just confirmed. And you know, you always get an extra
Last
5,
minute,
10
right.
last minute. It's amazing. From being the first one, walking through snow and going down, and having Derek speak with my family and counsel us and point us in the right direction, great. But the feeling and the whole philosophy of the parade, it's people helping people. This is why we have Derek as our Grand Marshal. We have 3 religious that are religious honorees. They're not Grand Marshals, religious honorees. Sister Peggy Gannon, Sister Joan Marie, and Sister Betty McLaughlin. These are religious nuns that have taught in the Bronx. Not only have they taught in the Bronx, they work in parishes, they counsel people, they visit people, they do grief management for families too. This is a great group of people that we feel this year should be honored. Besides that, we have the honorary Grand Marshals. The honorary Grand Marshals are people that have passed in the last year. And the families, and being Irish, we never forget. And we feel that we should honor them where they are now in the next world.
Ever in your mind that you would be Grand Marshal?
You know, I wish I could say this is a dream come true, but I never would have dreamed that high. Because it is, first of all, the Throggs Neck Association, just a group that in 1994, I remember first covering them for Out and About back in BXNY and looking at them. And when most people are trying to figure out what their careers are, how to raise their family, these were young people that were already working to help their neighbors. So the TNBA is always this record of service. And 20 years later, with the parade, and 20 plus years later, TNBA, they're still together. They're still doing, and they're still living and breathing and working in Throggs Neck. That is a great thing. That's what it's all about.
It is awesome.
The last point as far as the TNBA, it's people helping people. It's people that are in need, that we can work something out. You know, we can't cover everybody, but we try to do our best, and we always make sure. The other things that the TNBA have done is the cancer marches,
yes.
you know, various things like that.
And a lot
And
of
again,
things.
I'm proud to be in Throggs Neck, but I'm also proud of being in the Bronx.
Hey, we're proud to have you here with us, Jim McQuade. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
My buddy Derek Woods. If you don't know, me and Derek go all the way back. He used to be on the anchor desk with us 20-something years ago. That's how long we've been doing this. And congratulations that
Thanks,
you are
Darren.
now.
Thanks, Darren.
here
And it's so
doing it.
great to see you here doing